Hello everyone, and welcome to my Dungeoneering guide. This will be my Dungeoneering Puzzles Guide Part 1. Dungeoneering is filled with many different puzzles that you'll have to complete in order to finish the dungeon. You'll need various skills and tactics in order to do this. Some of these puzzles can have requirements of over 99, but only bonus rooms will have this requirement, and these bonus rooms aren't required to finish the dungeon. Turn annotations on and skip to one of these puzzles if you only need one in particular. If the puzzle you were looking for wasn't on this list, click this annotation for part 2 of this guide. The 3 statue room requires that you pick up a chisel in the center of the room. Once you've done this, mine a stone block out of the wall. Once you've done this, you can carve one of the weapons that the statues need to be armed with. The statues represent each corner of the combat triangle, so arm the statue with the correct weapon. The 10 statue room is very similar to the 3 statue room. Pick up the chisel in the center of the room and then mine at least 5 blocks out of the wall. Once you've done this, you'll need to carve these blocks into appropriate weapons, just like the 3 statue room. In this room there's 2 rows of statues. One of the rows will be equipped already and the other will have no weapons. To do this puzzle you need to equip the row of statues that don't have weapons with the correct weapons to beat the other side of the room according to the combat triangle. So for instance, magic will beat melee. The agility maze requires you to use your agility to bypass all of these obstacles. This is pretty straightforward. You only have to watch out for this spinning blade because that can hit a lot of damage on you. Just run around that. Once you've made it through the obstacles, run around towards the door, which can only be opened from this side. The barrel filling puzzle requires you to push barrels around the room in order to fill the barrel and depress the pressure pad. Make your way into the room by pushing barrels correctly out of the way. Grab the broken barrel bits and then fix the barrel in the center of the room here. And once you've done this, you'll need to push the barrel from side to side towards the expelling pipe, which is the moving blue pipe, as you can see here. The devouring pipes will draw water out of the barrel, whereas the expelling pipe will put water into the barrel, as you can see by the top of the screen. Once the barrel is full, you can push it towards the pressure pad and you'll be able to open the room. This is very similar to the Tears of Guthix activity, which some people may be aware of. The blood fountain puzzle room is fairly easy. You just have to mine away the obstructions blocking the little channels. Once you've done this, you'll have to fix all the pillars in the room as well. Once these have been fixed and the rocks have been mined away, the blood fountain should be filled. The bookcases room is a little bit difficult for some people. On one side of the room you'll see some coloured bookshelves. The object is to put these flying books into the correct bookshelves. So for instance, the green bookshelf, you'll want to put the green book into it. You can rotate the bookcases on the near side of the room so that you can manipulate the flying books around the room and towards their correct coloured bookshelves on the other side of the room. Once all the books have been put into their correct bookshelf, you'll be able to proceed. There are 2 versions of the broken bridge puzzle. First of these is where you have to pick up a chisel and then mine the rock to get a piece of rock. Once you've mined this rock, you can carve this into a piece of the bridge, and once you've carved this into a piece of the bridge, you can repair the bridge, and then your team can walk over it, even if it doesn't appear like in mine. The second version of this puzzle is where one or all of your teammates have to jump across the gap and repair the bridge from the other side. I killed a monster here, so I skipped a bit there, but once you're ready, take 5 planks out of the crate as shown here. Make your way back to the bridge and then repair it, and then anyone can easily walk over it. The collapsed mines room involves that you mine away all the debris. Once you've mined away enough debris, you can sometimes repair the strut. If you do this, the rocks won't collapse back, but if you can't do this, it doesn't matter. It gives you enough time to make it through anyway. But it's just helpful for your team if you can repair the strut. The coloured ferrets room involves that you have to scare all the ferrets onto their correct coloured pad. For instance, the orange ferret should go to the orange pad. To move the ferrets around the room, you'll have to stand within 3 squares of the ferret. If you do this, the ferret will move away from you. If the ferret gets stuck on a wall or behind an obstacle, you can scare the ferret, and this will make it run in random directions, and then you can manipulate it once again. The large crystal puzzle involves that you have to make all the flashing lights coincide with each other. To do this, you'll have to charge up all the lodestones. Once you've done this, you can step on the pressure pads, and this will stop the lights from moving. Once you've done this, you can stand on the pressure pad and then go through one by one, making them all align with each other. And when they all flash at the same time, the crystal will be charged. The enigmatic horde stalker can give you a riddle, and in an annotation I'll show all these riddles, but you basically have to give or pass one of the items to the enigmatic horde stalker, and then he'll grant you passage to the next room. The ferret fisher room involves that you have to fish some fish from the fishing spot. These will be vile fish. Once you've fished a few of these, go to the permanent fire and then cook them all. Once you've cooked all these fish, you can throw them around the puzzle board and move the ferret using the fish towards the pressure pad. Take care not to go into any of the holes, because this will mean that the ferret will go to a random place on the puzzle board and might make you take more time if you do it this way. The ferret hunter room, to do this one you'll need to chop some logs from the dry branches spot. Once you've done this, make some traps and then put 2 in at least 3 of the corners. You'll have to arrange the traps just a little bit out from the corner, because you can't actually place a trap in the corner of the room. Once you've made 6 traps and placed them in 3 of the corners, make your way towards the ferret in the middle of the room. Try to catch the ferret and it will run away from you. Eventually it will get caught by one of these traps, or you will catch it yourself using your hands. Either way, once it's caught, you'll be able to get to the next room, because the crystal around its neck will be destroyed. The follow the leader puzzle is very similar to a mime event. You have to copy the same emote that the statue does in front of you. With more members in your team, you'll all have to do this at the same time, and if one fails, then all fail and you'll all be damaged, but it's not very much, so you don't really have to worry about that. Once you've done 3 in a row, you can go to the next room. The Fremennik Scout room is pretty simple. You just have to use your cooking skills to cook the fish, your smithing skills to smith the battle axes, and your fletching skills to make some bows for the Fremennik Scout. Once you've done this, he'll let you go to the next room.